Good morning students, welcome to the lecture number 4 of chapter 6. In this lecture we are going to discuss about some problems relating to the previous concept. Except this, we are going to discuss about a new concept that is known as angle bisector. Right? So let us first understand what is an angle bisector. As we know, what is a line bisector? A line bisector is a line, okay, which cut a line segment into two equal halves. How? Let's see. Suppose it is a line segment AB, okay, of 10 centimeter. Okay, it is a line segment. Then what is a line bisector? Line bisector is a line which divides this line into two equal halves. So, suppose this is a line bisector CD, then this line bisector cut the line AB exactly at the midpoint. Okay, so that these two halves are equal. Understood? Suppose this is 10 centimeter, then whenever the line segment or the line bisector cut this line at the point O, then each half will be 5 centimeter. Right? So a line bisector is a line which divides the line segment into two equal halves. Understood? So that each half, this is one half, this is another half. Okay, each half is the half of the total segment. That means if the total segment is 10 centimeter, then if we make its half, that is 5 centimeter, then 5 centimeter is the one half, another 5 centimeter is another half. So you can write that this half OA is equal to half of the total line segment AB, and this half OB is equal to the half of the total line segment AB. Half, see, half into AB means 10 centimeter is equal to 5. So OA is equal to 5. Right? Similarly here also, half into 10, that is 5 centimeter. OB is 5. So basically a line bisector is a line which divides a line segment into two equal halves, and it passes exactly at the midpoint. Do not forget it. It passes exactly at the midpoint, so that each half is equal to the half of the total length. Understood? Similarly, an angle bisector is a line. It is also a line which divides an angle into two equal halves. Okay? So an angle bisector is also a line which divides an angle into two equal halves. How? Let's see. Suppose this is an angle OAB, and suppose this angle is 60 degree. Understood? Now, what is the angle bisector? An angle bisector is a line. It is a line which divides the angle into two equal halves. Here, this line, okay, divides this angle into two equal halves such that each half is equal to 30 degree. 30 degree plus 30 degree is equal to total angle 60 degree. Okay, so this is our angle bisector OC. Now I think you can understand what is an angle bisector. So an angle bisector is a line which divides an angle into two equal halves. Understood? So write it. An angle bisector is a line which divides an angle into how many parts? Into two equal halves. Okay, into two equal halves. Okay, the two halves that we get are also equal. This half is 30 degree and this half is also 30 degree. So you can write AOC angle is how much here? 30 degree. And COB angle is how much? That is also 30 degree. So you can write these two halves are also equal. Okay. So you can write angle AOC is equal to angle COB. Understood? And second thing is this half, this angle is half of the total angle. Like this part is the half of the total length. Similarly, this angle is the half of the total angle. So you can write AOC is equal to half of total angle. What is the total angle? This is AOB, and this half BOC, or you can take COB, is equal to half of the total angle. Total angle is AOB, so half of the total angle. So this is the concept about angle bisector. So ultimately we get an angle bisector is a line which divides the angle into two equal halves, so that each halves are equal to each other. Right? Suppose we will take an example. Suppose this is 90 degree. Okay, and if you are going to draw a angle bisector, then could you tell what is the value of this angle? Yes, this is the half of 90, that is 45 degree, and this half is also 45 degree. Understood? Similarly, if you take another angle, suppose this is 2x, this angle is 2x, right? Now you are going to draw an angle bisector of this angle. Angle bisector means it divides this into two equal halves. Okay, so suppose this is an angle bisector OC. Then could you tell what is the measurement of this angle? What is the measurement of this angle? See, since this line or this angle bisector divides 2x into two equal halves, so divide 2x into two equal halves. How can you divide it? By 2. Here, how can you divide 60 degree by 2? That is 30 degree. Similarly, here the angle is 2x, so divide by 2. 2 to cancel. How can you cancel it? See, 2 into x by 2. 2 to cancel. So you get x. So each half is equal to x degree. This is also is equal to x degree. So when you add these two angles, okay, that is x degree plus x degree, then what you get? You get the total angle, that is x plus x are 2x degree. Right? Let us take an example. Suppose this total angle is x degree. Then draw an angle bisector of it. This is an angle bisector. Now we have to find out the value of this half. Okay, as you know, since it is an angle bisector, so this x degree is divided into two equal halves. That means each half will be how much? By 2. And this half also x by 2. So this half value is x by 2 degree, and this half value is x by 2 degree. Now you can verify whether your answer is correct or not. How? By adding these two. Okay, let us add them. So we get x by 2 and x by 2. So after adding, you get 2 as LCM, x plus x. So x plus x are 2 into x, 2x by 2. 2 to cancel out, you get x degree. So the total value of the total angle is x degree. So our answer is completely correct. Okay. Next example. If it is given that one of the angle bisector value is, or one of the angle bisector value is x by 4 degree. Okay, it is given that it is an angle bisector and one half is x by 4 degree. Then you have to find the total value of the larger angle. You have to find the angle AOB. That means you have to find the total angle. How can you find it? See, since OC is an angle bisector, so we know each half are equal. So if it is x by 4 degree, then this value is also x by 4 degree or not? Yes, this is also x by 4 degree. Now, AOB angle can be written as, this total angle can be written as this angle plus this angle. So AOC plus COB. Okay. Now AOC is x by 4. COB is also x by 4 because these are the two equal halves. So the LCM is 4, x plus x, you get 2x by 4. So 2 into x by 4. 2 cancel, so it will be x by 2. Hence the total value of the total angle AOB is equal to x by 2 degree. So it means if you have any one half of the angle bisector, then you can find the total angle, and if you have the total angle, then also you can find the value of each half. Understood? And now we will do some applications of the previous concepts that are known as corollary. As I have told you, a corollary is not a self-proven statement. It needs the help of theorems, axioms and postulates to be proven. Right? And the other name for the corollary is deduction. What is it? It is known as deduction. What is the meaning of deduction? Deduction means to deduce out something. That means to taken out something, to driven out something from a whole or from a concept is known as corollary or deduction. Okay. So in this lecture we are going to discuss 2 to 3 deductions, or you can say 2 to 3 problems based on the previous concept. Okay. So here is the first deduction. The question is, in this figure, here is the figure, right? Two lines PQ and RS intersect each other at point O. Okay. So in the figure, the two lines PQ and RS intersect each other at a common point O. Right? And it is given that if the angle POR means POR, this angle is to angle ROQ, this angle, okay, is equal to 5:7. It means the ratio of two angles are given, that is 5:7. This angle is to this angle is equal to 5:7. Here is a term ratio. As we know, if there is a term ratio, suppose in a school the number of boys to the number of girls ratio is 2:3. It means what? It means the number of boys is 2x, okay, or 2 times of x. Similarly, the number of girls is 3 times of x. Like this. Here, the ratio of the two angle is 5:7. It means POR angle POR is equal to how much? 5x, okay, and the angle ROQ is equal to 7x. So it is given in the question. Understood? Now what you have to find? You have to find all the angles. Okay, you need to find the 4 angles that are formed. Okay, so let us first find these 2 angles. Now from these 2 angles we can find every angle. How? Because whenever the two line segment or two straight line cross each other, then 4 angles are formed, out of which 2 pair of angles are, or 2 pair of opposite angles are known as vertically opposite angle. And we know the vertical opposite angles are equal. It means if you can find this angle, then you can easily get this angle, because these 2 angles are equal. Similarly, if you find this angle, then you can easily find this angle, because these 2 vertical opposite angles are equal. So our first target is to find these 2 angles, but before that find this unknown term x. How? See, as we have the ratio between these 2 angles. Now can you find a relationship between these 2 angles? Could you find? Yes, these 2 angles are known as linear pair angles. Why these 2 angles are known as linear pair angles? Tell me why? Why these 2 angles are known as linear pair angles? Because PQ is a straight line on which OR is a ray which stands on this straight line. And according to the axiom number 6.1, if there is a straight line and another ray stands on it, then the 2 angles formed, or the 2 adjacent angles formed, are known as linear pair angles. Okay, so you can write, so here angle POR and angle ROQ are linear pair. Why? Because on the straight line PQOR is a ray which stands on it. So now you can say yes, these two angles are linear pair angles. And we know according to the axiom 6.2, if two angles are linear pair, then the sum of these two angles is equal to 180 degree. The sum of two linear pair angles is equal to 180 degree. Okay, so you can write, as we know, sum of two linear pair angles is equal to how much? Is equal to 180 degree. So here the two linear pair angles are POR plus ROQ is equal to 180 degree because they are linear pair. Okay. Next, POR is 5x. So substitute its value. ROQ is 7x is equal to 180 degree. Okay. So you get 5x plus 7x. Now how much? 12x is equal to 180 degree. Hence, x can be found out. X is equal to 180 degree divided by 12. Now cancel it. 12 1 ja 12. Here 12 1 ja 12. 12 5 ja 60. So you get x to be 15 degree. Hence, x is equal to 15. Now here we find the unknown term, that is x. Now we can easily say what is the value of angle POR and what is the value of the angle ROQ by substituting the value of x in this equation. Okay, so let's find. So now the angle POR is equal to 5x. It means 5 into x is how much? X is 15. That is 15 into 5 is 75 degree. So you get POR. POR is 75 degree. Right? Second, ROQ. ROQ is 7x. That means 7 into 15. Yeah, how much? 105 degree. So you find ROQ. Yeah, 105 degree. Now, will you find these two angles? Yes, you can find, because this angle is vertically opposite to this angle. If it is 105 degree, then this angle must be 105 degree. Okay? So write POS is equal to ROQ is equal to 105 degree. Why? Because vertically opposite angle. VOA. Similarly, this angle and this angles are also equal because they are also vertically opposite angle. So you can write SOQ is equal to POR is equal to 75 degree. So according to vertically opposite angles. Now in this way you can find all the four angles. Understood? So ultimately you have to first find the relationship between any two angles that is given in the question. Then you can easily find all the angles. Okay. And now let us understand the question number 2. In question number 2, it is given that in the following figure, OS ray, okay, stands on a line POQ. It means there is a straight line POQ, and on this straight line a ray OS. This is a ray OS which stands on it. Okay. So as we know, if on a straight line a ray stands on it, then how many angles are formed? 1, 2. Forget about this ray. Just consider this ray OS. This ray OS stands on the line PQ. So we have two angles, first angle and second angle. And these two angles are known as linear pair angles. So you can write OS stands on straight line PQ or POQ, right? So these two angles, which angle? SOQ and which angle? SOP are linear pair angles. Okay? Since these two linear pairs angles, that means the sum of these two angles must be equal to 180 degree according to the exam number 6.1. So sum of these two angles SOQ plus SOP is equal to 180 degree. Write the reason due to axiom 6.1. This is equation number 1. Now continue reading. Ray OR. Okay, this is a ray OR, and ray OT. This is another ray OT. Are angle bisector of POS and SOQ respectively. So here given that the ray OR is the angle bisector of angle POS. So OR is the angle bisector of the total angle POS. That is why there is a symbol this, like this. It means this OR is the angle bisector. We already know what is the angle bisector. An angle bisector is the line which divides the total angle into two equal halves. So here OR is the angle bisector of which angle? Angle bisector of which angle? POS. Given that POS. So it must divide this total angle into two equal halves. This is one half, this is another half. Okay. So you can write this half is equal to this half. Okay. So POR is equal to ROS. Understood? And you can write this half is equal to half of the total angle, and this half is equal to half of the total angle. How? As I have told you, if this is total angle and this is the angle bisector, then this half, one half is the half of this one half. Suppose O, A, B, C, and AOB is equal to half of the total angle, AOC, and this angle BOC is the half of the total angle ABC. So similarly here also you can write this half, okay, is the half of the total angle, and this half is also the half of the total angle. Okay, so we have to first write this. So you can write POR is equal to half of the total angle. Total angle is POS, and ROS is half of the total angle, that is POS. Right? So it is your initial equation. Now you find this two data. Okay. Next, the ray OT, this OT is also an angle bisector of the angle SOQ. Okay. So OT is an angle bisector of the angle SOQ. Similarly, you can write here OT is angle bisector of angle SOQ. So here also this angle is equal to this angle because it is an angle bisector which divides the total angle into two equal halves, and each half are equal. So you can write QOT. Okay. QOT is equal to POS or SOT. Right? And this half is equal to half of the total angle, and this half is equal to half of the total angle. Okay? So we deduce that this half, that is QOT, is equal to half of SOQ, and SOT is also the half of total angle SOQ. Okay. Now these are the data that we can driven out from the statement. Next, what we have to find? It is given that if POS means POS is X degree. Okay, so the total angle, this angle is equal to how much? X degree. The total angle POS. So write it. So POS is equal to X degree. then what you have to find? You have to find ROT. ROT. Okay, you have to find this value. How can you find it? So now see, you have to find the value ROT. Okay, so you have to find this total angle. Now can you write this total angle is equal to this angle plus this angle? Yes, you can write. So let's write ROT is equal to this angle, it means ROS plus this angle, right? So SOT. Now, what is the value of ROS? ROS is 1/2 of the total angle or not? Yes, it is the 1/2 because OR is an angle bisector of the total angle SOP. So ROS is the 1/2 angle. What is the value of ROS? ROS is the half of the total angle or not? Yes, because it is the angle bisector. So ROS is the half of total angle POS. So in the place of ROS, you can write half of POS. Okay, so we get ROT angle is equal to half of POS plus. Now, what is the value of SOT? SOT angle, this angle is also the half of the total angle SOQ or not? Yes, because OT is the angle bisector which divides the total angle into 2 equal halves and SOT is 1/2. So you can write SOT is equal to half of the total angle SOQ because we get it from this. SOT is equal to half of SOQ. So in the place of SOT you can write half of SOQ. Okay. Now ROT is equal to this angle can also written as POS angle by 2. Half into 5 can be written as 5 by 2 or not? Yes. Similarly, half of SOQ can be written as SOQ angle by 2. Right. Now, what is the LCM? 2 is the LCM. So in the numerator we get POS plus SOQ. See it carefully. So you get ROT angle is equal to bracket of angle POS plus angle SOQ by 2. Then what is the value of angle POS? Means POS, this angle, plus SOQ this angle. This angle plus this angle is what? These two are linear pair angle and we get it. SOQ plus SOP is equal to 180 degrees. So this angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degree. Okay? How? From the equation 1, because from the equation 1 we get it. These two angles are linear pair angles. So their value is equal to 180 degree. So by 2. 180 degree by 2 is 90 degree. Hence we get the value of ROT angle is equal to 90 degree. So this angle ROT is equal to 90 degree. Okay. Now you can understand it.